Today, I'm going to show you step by step how Chris closed 11 life insurance sales in a single day and how a competent business owner can actually take like $2,000 to $3,000 and turn it into $10,000 to over $15,000 in a single week. First, please give the video a thumbs up, and we do ask that you subscribe to the channel. Guys, this really helps me and the channel out in a big way. Now, before we get into exactly how Chris wrote all these sales in a single day in his system and really what he does to write this kind of production, it's important to understand some of the differences between a successful business owner and your typical life insurance agent. And guys, if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to get both a telesales presentation script and the objections and deflections cheat sheet that are both great for selling life insurance remotely from the luxury of your own home. A business owner will generally invest tens of thousands of dollars into a business that, they believe in, really, while the typical life insurance agent can't imagine how they could come up with even I hate to say it, like $4,000 or $5,000, let alone, tens of thousands of dollars. And here's the thing, the typical business owner makes financial decisions that are based on possible outcome, while your typical, independent life insurance agent will tend to make financial decisions based on past losses without even realizing it. I know when I first started, had I invested into my insurance sales business based on my past failures, I would most likely be living out of a car or basically under a bridge. And the reason I say this extreme kind of negative type of scenario is because I saw the potential of life insurance sales, and I felt like, wow, there is this bright light that's at the end of this tunnel that's going to change our lives if we can just get there. Guess what? I was right. It wasn't easy. It wasn't cheap. It took every penny I could come up with and more, and I never invested so much effort, work, and time into something in my entire life. Here's the thing, guys. Chris didn't close those 11 deals in that single day because he got lucky. It wasn't because he had some unicorn lead. He worked his butt off, mastering his craft for years. Eventually, he did find the right system and platform through us, United Final Expense Services. He invested accordingly and voila, started enjoying the fruit of the beautiful money tree. When you see opportunities instead of obstacles, your mindset's going to allow you to direct your energy into successful outcomes instead of excuses, the past stuff, which tends to lead most agents from, I hate to say it, one agency to the next, over and over. Does that sound familiar? Like kind of always looking for that unicorn magic lead. Let's talk about the system. The three things that Chris had by the time he had his first explosive month with that one day where he did make those 11 sales was, number one, a really solid sales presentation. And guys, it did take us several years to put together our proprietary sales presentation script that we use at my agency. And no, it's not the same script that we're giving away in this video. The second thing that Chris has is the right carriers and commission levels. Look, guys, I don't care how talented you are. If you're paying for leads and responsible for your own insurance business, there is no reason for your commission levels to be less than 100%. They really should be a little bit higher. And that's assuming you're responsible for paying for your own leads, for coming up with the people to sell to. And guys, also to be transparent, Chris has been selling life insurance as an independent agent for 15 years now. So his commission levels are set accordingly. And at a high rate. Let's not kid ourselves. He's not one of those guys who's like, oh, I've been selling for 20 years. And when I asked him how much he wrote last month, he said, well, I haven't sold in months because of excuse. The third thing that makes it possible for agents like Chris to see the kind of success that he's been seeing is the advertising leads and appointments funnel that he uses. There's a big difference between buying leads and using a lead advertising appointment funnel. First off, when you buy leads from a vendor, you're spending top dollar on the same exact leads that we can generate for like a fraction of the cost. And in most cases, those leads aren't even as good as the ones that we generate through an ad funnel. And with a good advertising funnel, the clients do have an option to hit a call now tab or set an appointment directly with the specific agent. So now, if you think about it, the intent is definitely higher, which does make it easier for the agent to both get the client on the phone and to close the sale during the presentation. Let's be clear, guys. If you're watching my videos, you've heard me say this over and over. Buying leads from lead vendors does not work because they have to double or triple the cost of the lead to make money, to make it worth their while. And if you're working like age leads or leads that are shared by multiple insurance agents, you're just spinning your wheels, man. You're already on the way out the door. When you take a business-minded sales professional like Chris and you put him into a system where they can literally earn hundreds of thousands of dollars per year, that's pretty much what's going to happen. Again, opportunity over obstacles. You take a few $1,000s, you invest that money into a system that is tried and true. I mean, you have to work as hard as you can to actually make it work and basically get through the learning curve too. Eventually, good fortune will arrive. Most people slow down as soon as they hit a speed bump. Look, that's like the norm, I hate to say it. Not top producers. And that's, again, a big difference between typical agents and top producers. The producers, they see the speed bump and they sort of look at it like a ramp. And they hit that sucker like Evel Knievel and they try to get as much air as humanly possible. With agents like Chris, number one, they're not afraid to invest money into their business until they get the success that they're expecting or looking for, until they reach those goals. Second, they're willing to follow the script and do exactly what they're taught to do during their training. Third, they focus on selling like a few main carriers, and mainly one product. With us, it's final expense. And they understand that the most important thing for the client isn't to sell them like the cheapest life insurance policy that they can sell them. The main thing that sells life insurance is value. When you bring value to the table and not just cost, the clients are going to see the value, and this mindset is going to make it easier for you to help a lot more people by selling more life insurance. Another thing that's important to know about these top producers is how they are really good communicators, great storytellers, and really smooth sounding professionals. Fumbling and bumbling your way through a sales presentation is just not going to cut it. Look, and I know when you're new, it feels that way. You got to hang in there. Your clients, they're going to need to feel secure when speaking with you, and they need to sense that you are the best person for them when it comes to helping them and their family with their insurance needs. The one thing that I love about the life insurance industry is how it's a great way to earn a lot more money than most people will ever learn. However, people do tend to recruit to life insurance sales by making it sound like, it's an easy way to make a good living. The recruiters, they tend to make it sound like it's something that it's really not. Do the work. Constantly make sure you're getting better by listening to your sales presentations, working on yourself, and make changes, to get better and better and better each time you listen to one of your sales presentations. Don't get caught up in the thing where you leave one agency to go to the next over and over because you're hoping to find a great lead program and basically push yourself through the daily grind. You just got to make it happen. If you'd like a copy of the remote life insurance presentation and the objections and deflections cheat sheet that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. For more information on our remote sales advertising platform, where you can get all those appointments, just shoot me an email at that same address. As always, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. So get out there and whatever happens, just make sure that you do something good for someone else today. Happy hunting.